there is one thing I've learned through the minimizing process, trying to get my home more clutter-free in this past year, is that having one specific zone in your home that you have designated to be clutter-free as often as possible is so nice. It's really reassuring to know that you've got this space that you can kind of retreat to and that it kind of becomes your own haven in your home. For me, in my house, I've designated that space as the master bedroom. This is my clutter-free zone. I do everything I can without stressing myself out, of course. But I do what I can to keep this zone as clutter-free as possible because I want this room to be conducive to rest and calm, and I want to just be able to come in here at any point throughout the day and relax and unwind. So today I thought it'd be nice to give you guys some tips for a clutter-free and minimized bedroom. I have a lot to say on this topic, so without further ado, let's hop right in. All right, the first thing you want to do is think about the purpose for the master bedroom. What is your purpose? For me, like I said, I want this to be a bit of a retreat for me. I want to be able to rest and recharge and feel calm and serene. That is what I'm after for my master bedroom. And I think a lot of us will agree that that's kind of what we're wanting. What kind of feelings do you want to have when you come in here? How do you want this room to best serve you? So number one, kind of get that prioritized in your head and then you're ready to move on. I like to have a little bit more of a cozy space. So I consider myself a cozy minimalist. That might not be your thing. Don't worry, these tips apply to you too. Let's go ahead and talk about how to actually achieve this kind of clutter-free and minimized space. Start by relocating items, things that don't belong in your bedroom, kids' toys. That's like always a given for me. And then dirty laundry goes in the laundry room. So any paperwork, maybe receipts, things that just need to be kind of shuffled around. Maybe they got dragged into the room and left. So kind of get down on your hands and knees, check underneath dressers and nightstands, the bed, wherever, and just get items relocated. And something really nice to do is just kind of carry around a little bin or a basket while you do this, and you can just pop the items in there and then carry them throughout the rest of the house and put them away. I love this as kind of a first step in the decluttering process because it helps you really see what you have to work with. What of your items are going to stay in the bedroom potentially? What are you really dealing with? To get all of that other stuff kind of out of the room frees up your mental capacity and it helps you to focus more on the task at hand, which is getting your own room put to order. So get all that extra out of there. You don't need to be looking at it and you don't need it taking up mental space. As the next step, I recommend clearing the floors. This one is going to be pretty easy. Just get anything that doesn't belong, workout equipment, baskets, bins, books, anything like that, and go ahead and just put it on your bed. I really like the bed because it's just this large surface area. It gives you a good visual of what you have. It's a nice kind of contained rectangle or whatever, and it's nice to kind of work off of there. It's elevated off the floor. You can work easily and quickly. So I like to put everything on the bed, clump it all together, and then just start thinking about maybe what you don't want to keep in your room. Ideally, you're not going to have anything on the floor except furniture, maybe a plant, but kind of think like what you want first. And that's kind of gonna go along with this idea of having this vision for your bedroom of how you want it to feel. Anything that you don't think contributes to that, go ahead and either declutter it entirely or just move it to a new location. For me, having cleared surfaces means a lot. I do not like a lot of things piled on top of flat surfaces like end tables and dressers, nightstands, that kind of thing. It really sets off my anxiety. I like to stay away from it personally. And my general rule of thumb is to just keep a certain number of items. My number is 3. You choose whatever number that you want, but I like to only have 3 and no more than 3 items on a particular flat surface. So on my nightstand here, I've just got a lamp and these florals and an alarm clock. If I'm wanting to put, let's say, like a book that I'm reading, I will remove one of these items to keep it at 3. Maybe I'll tuck the plant into the bathroom bathroom and let it be the bathroom decor for a little while and have the book there. But that's just me, and I don't want to make this process feel overwhelming or stressful or confining. This is supposed to be a super liberating process. So just think, how many items would you like to see set out on a surface, a flat surface area, and then just try to stick to that. I have one dresser where I have absolutely nothing on it, and it might not stay that way, but for now it's working fine for me. I like having it cleared off, and maybe in the future I'll decorate it a little, but I really like to kind of stick to that rule. It's very, very helpful. Next, I highly recommend simplifying your linens. I've talked about this before, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but I only have one set of sheets for every single bed in the house. That includes my own, and some people think I'm insane, but I really don't feel the need to have any more than that, since the way I do laundry is I just wash and put them back on the bed all on the same day. That's part of my routine. It always works. So I know that I don't need more than one for my particular routine. Oh, I will say I do have an extra set of pillowcases just in case I don't get to the sheets on sheet washing day, but I want to have a fresh pillowcase. Sometimes we have guests come over and I like to have a clean set of pillowcases on hand, but it's not necessary depending on your lifestyle. So decide on how many sheets you really feel like you want or you need, and then also pare down on blankets. Maybe there are some that you really don't think fit your style anymore. You can go ahead and just declutter them altogether. All right, for me personally, it works really well to kind of pare down the decor and to use decor that is really simple and easy to look at. And what I mean is, I don't like to have things with a lot of words in my bedroom. Visually, words can be a little overwhelming for your brain because you're constantly kind of seeing all these letters put together. Maybe you're reading it every time, whether you're really consciously reading it or not. Your brain is having to work a little bit harder if you have decor that has a lot of words. I used to have this in my home. I used to have signs, sayings, quotes. I used to do this, and nothing against it. Some of you might love the way this looks, but for me, and simplifying even more in the last year, I've decided that I don't really want that anymore. So I stick to really neutral and simple decor in the bedroom. And then I don't have very much. I don't have very much decor in here. What I do have is very simple, very easy for me to look at. And then the other spaces on the wall, I just leave blank, which is nice for me because I like to feel like my mind has this blank space, almost like this empty canvas where I'm able to come in here and think, read, meditate, relax. Like I said, I'm not having to work mentally to be in this space. So for me, it works great to have lots of bare wall space and then a few just really simple decorations. All right, at this point, hopefully you're getting closer to achieving that kind of peaceful feeling or the specific environment that you're after for your bedroom, but don't forget to go inside drawers. This one can be a little bit scary, and it's something that I'm not gonna lie, I kind of procrastinated when I did my own big declutter of my entire house. I didn't really want to get into drawers. They stressed me out. There's a lot in there, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference. Even knowing that your side table is stuffed with things can kind of affect your mood and your ability to relax, which is probably one of your goals for your bedroom. So go ahead and just take a garbage bag and see how much trash you can find in there, and then just decide how you want this space to function. The nice thing about an end table is that it's a really specific space. It has a definite square footage, and you cannot really go beyond that without it being completely cluttered and overflowing. So use this as your guide. Think about what you want to store in there. For me, it's my daily planner, which I use every single day. I have my work calendar in there, and then my scriptures that I'm reading, and then maybe another book that I have been working on reading. And then I like to have just a highlighter, a pen, and a hand lotion. That is it. I do not go beyond that. Anything beyond that stresses me out, and my nightstand isn't really functioning the way I want it to. If I'm going to be in my bed, I'm going to be using those items and those items only, and I don't want to be thinking about anything else. And then of course, go through your dresser drawers if you have them and remove clothes that you're not wearing, maybe that are out of season. This is a great way to use under the bed storage if you have it. I don't. My kids do though. I can store quite a bit under their beds if I want to, but it's nice to kind of put away the out of season clothing and just have the things that are relevant to your size and the season out where you can get them. So go ahead and go through your clothes. Don't forget to do that. A couple of bonus tips that I want to share with you. I do not like having cords out in the open, like phone chargers, anything like that. So I like to have those things tucked away. But if you do need to have them out in the open, trying to get white is really, really nice. I love the way a white cord just blends into the background. It works really well for me because I'm so visual. So trying to have a little system for your cords, when you're not using them, maybe pop them into the nightstand. Maybe that's one of the ways you decide to use your nightstand, is for like your cord storage when you're not using them. But seriously, getting white cords is really, really nice. So don't run out and buy a new color cord, but when the one that you've got, if it's black, if it poops out, replace it with a white one. And then you guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments, because I think there are gonna be a lot of opinions on this. What do you think about having a television in your master bedroom? I've never had one. I've never really wanted one, to be honest, in my master, just because for me, that is kind of, it's just not part of the environment I'm looking for. I'm looking to like relax and calm down, and especially right before bed, if you have that blue light, if you're watching something, your brain is still really turned on, as opposed to if you're just reading a book, you're actually winding down. You don't have that light in your face. So for me, having a TV in my room doesn't really serve the purpose that I'm looking for my bedroom. But you'll have to let me know. Do you have a TV in your room? Do you love it? What do you think about having a TV in your room? Do you have one? Do you not have one? What are your thoughts? It was so funny because when I started this minimizing process, I actually had 8 pillows on my bed. 8! It was a ton, and at the time I loved them. However, as I've decluttered more and more throughout the past over a year, my threshold for clutter has significantly reduced, and I found that I like having less than I used to. So that's something you might want to consider too, is what do you have for bedding? Is it adding to a little bit more of a cluttered feeling or a chaotic feeling in your bedroom? You can just try removing 1 or 2 or whatever you want and just live with it for a day or two. See how you feel, because I've definitely noticed that I enjoy having less, and I just didn't really think about it at the time, but having less in this case is definitely more for me, because it's just more calm, more peace, and less to worry about. Makes making my bed even faster, which is definitely a bonus. I have tons of other videos on decluttering where I give you lots of tips, so please go ahead and click that subscribe button if you are not already part of this tribe. Here are a couple more videos on the screen for you to check out as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Cannot wait to chat with you in the comments, and I will see you soon. Bye.